Hello and welcome. It is raining quite heavily where I am, so I'm just waiting for a few members. If I get members here to come in, then I will go on despite the rain. I hope this uh, sound is sufficient enough to let me uh, go ahead with you. So let's wait for a few people to get in, then we get started right away. Okay, so I'm waiting for a little bit more members to come in so that I can continue uh, from this. Welcome everyone. So feel free to ask any question that you may have. Uh, at the end, I will answer most of these questions. So feel free to ask any question that you may have. At the end, I will answer most of these questions. All right, so let's get started. So today, what we are going to talk about is that your book alone won't pay the bills in 2025. And for sure, what's the reason why I'm getting some echo here? Let me stop it. Okay. Let me stop the audio. All right. Welcome everyone to this live. It's a little bit rainy this side, so there's some noise in the background. Forgive me for that. But the reason why I came up with this live is that the reality of the fact is that book authors are really getting hard time. It's a lot of competition, especially the coming of AI. So my intention is that by the end of this live, you shall have known what do you need to do as an author. What are the other ways of getting income based on your book? So the title of this live presentation is "Your Book Alone Won't Pay the Bills in 2025, and Here's What Will." So my assurance for you is that by the end of this live, you have come to know what are these other ways to get income or to earn money from your book. So my name is Sarkisho. I'm a digital marketing and software developer by profession, by training, and I help authors to build companion apps for their books that surely help them to grow their business in many other ways other than their book, beginning with a book app for your book. So your book alone indeed won't pay much bills in 2025. If you're relying on just your book to build your business or just your brand, then that alone won't be enough. There's a lot of competition that has come in, and everybody's competing for the same readers, and the same readers are being bombarded by other uh, social media channels and all other their day-to-day activities. And sometimes to get them to be engaged with your book is not that easy. So that means they will buy your book, they will not complete reading it, they may not forget about whatever you are talked about in your book. They may even forget about you as the author. So what's the solution? So if you stick with me until the end of this live, what I promise is that by the end of this session, you'll understand why books alone won't be enough. and what strategies that you need to explore now to help you stay afloat and to help you bring income through other means. So let's look at the book market reality check. Let's face it, the book market is getting saturated by millions of books being printed each and every day. Imagine with the coming of AI, it's possible for your competitors, even to use AI to generate uh, books with thousands of words using platforms like Cloud, using platforms like ChatGPT, Manus, Grok, name it, all these channels, Perplexity, they can come up with book ideas, very brilliant book ideas. And when I listened to the launch of GPT-5, just a few days back, they're saying these models are able to think like a PhD. That means the knowledge that they can give out is as professional as any professional can be. To know, and most of the experts are saying that within 1 year, uh, it is going to be very difficult to realize the content that is produced by AI and that is produced by human beings. Initially, it used to be very difficult to write, uh, and very few people ventured into this. And those who are writing really dedicated a lot of time. It could take years, months, and years, and for you to just come with the chapters of your book to bring it to completion. Then you have to go through the authors. Thanks for Amazon, at least there's a creation of people who can you can self-publish, but most of the time it was almost impossible. And what are people using right now for their books? Most authors are now using their books just as a low-cost entry level to their ecosystem. So if you're only relying on books, then that's your competition. People who are just using it as an entry point, very high quality books, very high quality content to sell their high ticket programs. And if you're only selling your book, you are losing out on a lot. Royalties have been the backbone of most book writers. Maybe publishing houses, the royalties is the thing. So if you have to depend on royalties alone right now, it will not give you much, and the life cycle is very short. Yeah. The challenge is that the book is just a static product. Once a reader buys it, engagement typically drops. Sometimes, in my one of my previous videos, I was saying that based on research, only 90% of those who buy your book don't finish reading the book. Whether they buy it on Amazon, whether they buy the physical copy, rarely would you find that they finish the book. And even after they read it, many times, a day after they have read your book, the content that they have read, they forget about 90% of what they had read. So where does that leave us? It leaves us to find ways, to find better ways of engagement, better ways of engaging our readers so that they can become more engaged with your content, in your course, in your other programs, in what value that you want to provide for them. So let me ask you, what's your intention with writing your book? What's your major intention with writing your book? Are you just writing your book for the sake of selling it and that's the end of it all? Personally, I realized this when I wrote my first book. Initially, the buzz was there and people bought it, but after selling some few thousands, I realized sales was beginning to dwindle, and there was no much engagement. Many other books which are competing came live, and some which were even tackling the same topics that I was discussing, and maybe elaborate. Yeah. So the competition is really out there, and even if you're a good author, you've written a very well researched book, the energy will surely die down. So why is engagement missing in the piece? Engagement means creating ongoing value and interacting with your readers beyond the page. So apart from reading your book, you have to create other means by which your readers can engage with you apart from the book. Engaged readers are most likely to be invest in your other programs like courses, like coaching, and become your loyal fans. If they are not engaged enough, they may not even apply what you're trying to tell them in their book, what you're communicating in your book. So traditional methods that people have used, authors have used, like newsletters, Facebook groups, webinars, have almost been overcrowded, and it's people are becoming so much addicted to them. They become almost like every other normal thing. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of work to be able to make this to work. But even if you were to write a book itself and you create these groups may not be as active as possible because there's nothing that keeps them active. So there's one piece that we're missing. And if I'm studying the trend, I'm looking at what is happening now with AI and all these things. It is important to have a companion app for your book. That's where the companion apps comes in. So with a companion app, your book readers can be able to engage with your content, the contents of your book. Let me show you an example of a companion app that I'm talking about. So let me just log into this book and share my screen to show you what a companion app looks like and what it can be able to do, how it can engage your book readers and book buyers. So let me share my screen. Share my screen. Share my screen here. So let's go to. Okay, so let's go to. This is Ready for Marriage. This is a book that is already published on Amazon physically, and it has sold thousands of copies now. And so we built an app for this book to make you see the possibilities that are there. Let's see, for example, if you let me just sign in. Let it not fail me live. Nah. So it's okay. So you look at this. If you look at this book app, for example, it's a study guide that's a companion app, web app for that book, Ready for Marriage. If you go to Amazon, let me just show you Amazon, Ready for Marriage. Amazon. So I'm showing you that this is a book that exists. I'm not just manufacturing it. So you see, this book is available on Amazon. It's also available physically in my website as well. So this is the book which people read. They buy and read. If you come here, this is now the app. So this app provides a chapter by chapter guide. Let's go to chapter 1, for example. If you go to chapter 1, you'll find the summary of the chapter. You'll find an audio version of it. If you click on that, you'll get an audio summary of chapter 1. Then you will also get a reflection exercise based on that chapter. Then you can take a quiz on the chapter to test the understanding that you've really understood the contents of that chapter. Then you need to take a quiz. So you see how important this is. So this is now a book app that is showing you how to use an app to increase your engagement. So that's a companion app for you. So it can increase engagement and let your people, your book buyers into your ecosystem. So, what book companion apps are and why they work. So, yeah, okay. There seems to be a lot of noise. I think this makes me want to stop right now. I will uh, come back later. The rain is too much here and a lot of interference. Let me hear. Are you able to get me clearly, those who are live? Are you able to get me clearly? Oh, I realize my sound is just okay, so I think I'll just continue. The microphone is filtering well out the sounds. Of- okay. So after testing that, I think I can continue. All right. So sorry for that interference. I was thinking that this, but I can continue with this. So what book companion apps are and why they work? Companion apps are mobile or web apps that complement your book. They can include quizzes, exercises, summaries, audio interactive forms, progress tracking, and more. So because they live on your reader's device, that means in their laptops, in their computers, they can be able to send reminders to them. They can lessons every day. They can look at it wherever they want to, wherever they are, and keep reading and coming back every day if you want. So with AI, you can personalize content and automate interaction, making the experience even richer and more relevant. It is possible to have your readers engage with this, and even coming up with the app itself, you can use AI to create interactive lessons. It will make them be able to at least learn something and get them engaged. Apps also can allow for subscriptions models where people can subscribe monthly or yearly, whichever subscription model that you choose. That means you can get more income from the book purchase apart from just the book. You can sell subscription services for the app, and you can also maybe courses and other trainings for the one-on-one programs, high ticket programs that you have. There are many real world cases and examples of case studies. I want to share with you. Uh, Let me share with you a real life, another real life. This of course is an app that is live. That is a real life example. If you if you are in the business cycles and maybe you probably have heard of the book Blue Ocean. I bought this book some few years back, and you can let me share my screen on that. Okay, let me share my screen. Share my screen here, and so that you can be able to see some. Uh, Let me share the entire screen. So let me just share my entire screen so that you'll be able to see what I mean. If you This is my Kindle book and Blue Ocean Strategy. This is a book that I love so much. And if you come here, the Blue Ocean Strategy authors, they also have an app. They also have an app which they offer the other services. So if you look at their landing page, you just go to apply blueoceanstrategy.com. So they have their practitioner program, which is a live 6-week training program. They have their Blue Ocean Sprint with AI Navigator. They have Blue Ocean Sprint for teams. They have the Blue Ocean Leadership. So you see, let's go to one of them, for example, this one with AI. You realize this one you need to enroll in. Let's see how much it costs. So this one you're not able to enroll. Oh, it is possible to enroll, but see, if you enroll, this is costing 697 US dollars. So that means if they were selling their book, I don't know, I can't remember. Let me check how much they're selling it at. The Blue Ocean Strategy. So they're selling it at around $11.93. But if you come to their website, just one of their programs, they're selling at 670 US dollars. And what it involves is they're saying Blue Ocean Sprint with AI Navigator. Kickstart your growth, break free from competition, and redefine your market to seize new opportunities. Leverage the new AI Navigator, your superpowered Blue Ocean trained partner in strategy, and put it to work. So what you get is a Blue Ocean Sprint online course accessible 24/7, AI Blue Ocean Navigator, 145-page companion workbook, in-demand official certificate of completion. So look at what you get, but it is $697. How many times more than their book? More than maybe 600 times more than the cost of their book in Kindle. So you see, this is somebody who's really knowing where the future is heading, and they're able to create this using AI. You see, when you talk about the course is accessible, you just probably recorded videos of the course, AI Blue Ocean Navigator. What does this mean? It means they have trained this AI on the principles of the book, so that that AI can interact with you just like the author of the book can. So this is where the world is heading. And if you don't have a book companion for your book, then you're missing out on a lot. You're missing out on a lot. So it is possible to have book companion apps for your book. To take your book to the next level, you can create courses, apps, and many other things. So what's the step of turning your book into an app? You need to identify your readers' biggest needs or challenges that they want assistance on beyond the book. Sometimes when you read a book, implementing it becomes difficult, but with apps, it has become more and more easy, especially with the intelligence of these apps and the training on the data that's available to them. It's becoming more and more. That means they are as almost as clever as human beings, as PhDs, you know. So you need to identify the challenges that you need to meet in your book. You need to choose to identify the features that you want to apply in your book. And if you go through my channels, I have a free book which underlines that whole process of changing books into apps. Then you can consider no code options like lovable, bold. Then you can use those platforms to build an app for your book. You can monetize in whichever way that you can. You can give those free, or you can give a subscription model to your books. And you can also promote your book launches together with the app, so that you launch your book and you launch your app, so that your first initial buyers also have access to the apps themselves. So what are some of the common questions I get when it comes to these book apps? I'm not tech savvy. Can I do this, still do this? It is possible, but not easy. One thing I've realized with these no-code apps, you realize that most people are excited to show how they are able to build apps fast. But when you go deeper, you find that these apps are not live. People cannot make payments for those apps. The big percentage of the work that is difficult is the last mile, where you want to deploy that app for users to be able to access it. That's the most difficult part. But you can try to use the no-code apps like Lovable and Bolt Dev, Casa if you're more technical. You can check online for these other tools. You can get in touch as well, so that we can help you to develop this. How much time does it take to build an app? It depends on the complexities of the app. Some apps are easy to build. It depends on the functionalities you're integrating. Just feed maybe a PDF of your book, then you give instructions and help you come up with an app. What if my readers don't want to download and you can check also the links in my bio in various channels. You can book a call with us so that you can guide you through this whole entire process. Let me check if there are any questions on the chat. There seem to be no questions, so I think it is okay. So thank you for joining me for this live for about 30 minutes or so. I made it shorter because based on the fact that there's some background noise that's not avoidable for now. And remember, your book alone won't pay the bills. Follow me for more tips and building your author business, and I'll see you in the next live. So feel free, if you're watching a replay of this, feel free to ask questions that you may need help with, and we will always, me and my assistants will always follow up in the comments to make sure that you are assisted. Thank you, and have a nice time.